What's up, all my fellow hustlepreneurs out there? Welcome to episode 3 of the Hustlepreneur Life podcast. Today, we have a fellow entrepreneur on the podcast who specializes in Facebook ads. His name is Jason Wojo. I follow him on Instagram. He drops a lot of great knowledge. I know he's very knowledgeable. He's helped scale 40 plus businesses using Facebook ads. He's going to drop a lot of knowledge today. I'm excited to ask him a lot of questions. I think we're going to get a lot of answers for you guys out there looking to, see if you need to be doing Facebook ads, if you're doing them right, if you're doing them wrong. So definitely stay tuned, and let's go ahead and bring Jason on right now. Jason, how's it going, man?
Good, man. Doing awesome.
Welcome to
I'm
the
excited to do
podcast,
this. Thank you.
the
I'm excited.
Hustlepreneur Life podcast.
Yep.
So yeah, definitely, I brought you on, Jason. I thought, like I said, you would be a great person to kind of discuss ads, advertising. We have, obviously fellow entrepreneurs and different people that are either own a business, have side hustles, whatever it may be, and they really need help, whether it's with Facebook ads or understanding just even kind of the basic concepts of Facebook ads. So
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
in my eyes, you're like a guru. You got some knowledge. You got some knowledge. More than the average person. So I guess what I kind of want to just start with is give us a lowdown. Who is Jason Wojo?
So I am a 23-year-old digital marketer. I started my journey probably about almost 3 years now. I'm from New York originally, and the way I really started was I was doing like a bunch of videos on like Instagram, doing like motivational stuff. And then I came across like this page called Hustle Island, and basically they were doing like, they were like a big community for entrepreneurs who wanted to like learn more about like funnels, ads, emails, copy, just like basically having an online business.
Right.
And then at the time, like I didn't really know much about Facebook ads. So I was more of like an influencer type of thing where like I was just like, gaining a large following and trying to like get my name out there at first before I really started making like real money. And then I met this guy named Greg Barry who lived in Connecticut while I was in New York, and he owned the brand. So he wound up inviting me for lunch one day, and then he was asking me if I can do those same videos I did for my personal brand for Hustle Island. And then he wind up, paying me. And then, I learned a lot from him just because like we were running funnels and like, like landing pages and doing Facebook ads. And like the budget that he gave us was substantial enough for me to like understand Facebook ads at scale. Especially when he didn't even care. Like there were days where we would spend like 3,000 and he wouldn't even care. Be like, all right, whatever, like just spend. And I was like, okay.
Right.
So like, that's where I really started to learn like campaign structure, like what goes into like a winning ad in general, how to actually branch off that data. And then after that, man, I just really took what I learned from him and I just started an agency. I started doing it for local businesses, online businesses, e-com stores, personal branding, really anything that was like conversion based.
Right.
And also lead gen. And then I did that for like 2 years while I was in college. Now, before I moved back to New York, I was originally in upstate New York in culinary school. And dude, this is a weird story, man.
Chef Jason.
So that's the problem though, is that I went to culinary school. I never went to class. So like I was on the side, I was flipping Pokemon cards on like eBay.
There you go.
So that's how I like wanted to learn like consumer behavior and like how to sell things at scale. And I just liked flipping stuff because at the time I was watching Gary Vee a lot, and I was like, yo, this is dope. Like flipping stuff, man, it's so much fun. So I was doing that, did that for like the whole first and second semester. I profited like $11,000, I think. It was like 11 grand. And then I dropped out of culinary school. I did not know how to cook, man. I still don't know how to cook to this very day, man. I have no idea what I'm doing.
What made you go to culinary school?
So I was working at a cafe when I was younger because I wanted to work. Like I wanted to make money like as young as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And I found this cafe in Walden near me. And they hired me on like basically, man, since I was too young, they gave me like $5 an hour.
Right.
And I was working at this cafe and it was cash under the table.
Yeah.
And I was just like literally flipping eggs, cracking eggs, and like just doing dumb shit. Like I was just doing like washing dishes.
Right,
and that's how I made my money. Yeah. And then, the thing was, man, I wasn't very self-aware. So when I was deciding to go to college or not, my boss was like, oh, you already work in a kitchen. You might as well go to culinary school. And I was like, all right, bet, fine, I'll go.
Yeah.
That was a complete waste of time. And then I wound up dropping out, moved back home. And then I decided to go to a business program because I was like more business minded. I could just tell myself that, like I knew. I was just being more self-aware. Like that's what people lack right now, is self-awareness, unfortunately. And then went to school for a couple of years, finished my degree, and then building my agency. And I had a good amount of clients. I had a good amount of money in the bank. So I decided to move to Orlando when I graduated in 2019 in May. And then I stayed there until 2020, which is obviously this year. And then now I just recently moved to Tampa. So it's been like, it's been a fast growing journey because I've grown faster by just being around people who are smarter than me.
Right.
Because I'm not very like educated. So it's not like with me, it's more like street smart. Like I'm not very book etiquette. I'm not very mature, to be honest. I'm not mature. I'm very childish. I'm just like not with the normalcy. I don't like that. So yeah, I mean, that's really my story up to this point. Like right now, like I'm an offer owner. I manage probably well over 30 clients. I have generated well over $10 million in products and services through Facebook ads, scaled 40 plus businesses to 6 and 7 figures, a couple to 8. And then, yeah, man, now we're here. So that's really it. I mean, I've learned a lot with just doing it, like just spending the money and just finding out what works and like putting myself in front of people in situations that would make me grow. And like, yeah, man, it's been the last 12 months though. I've had a huge like growth from having like a money block of thinking that I couldn't make a lot of money to then like, you know, having a month where I made like $172,000 and it's like, holy shit. And it's just like the money block thing is a complete facade. And then now like dealing with Facebook stuff, it's just like, it's nuts, man. Like it's been a crazy journey. I've learned a lot. And, yeah, man, it's been a very humble journey too, because I don't come from like I know a lot of people say this line because it's all over the internet, but like, I really don't have much, man. Like I lived in a small ass 800 square foot home in New York. Like it was very small. My parents didn't really make crazy amount of money. I just grew up liking basketball, liking, you know, video games. I wasn't a very like money kid. I didn't really just do things for money when I was a kid. But I saw like the way that my parents looked at money and like how they were always worried about like, you know, every 2 weeks and like the end of the month and the bills come in the mail. And like, you know, whenever we would get the mail at the house, my dad would be like, oh, thank God there wasn't a bill in there. And like now, like I don't really care about bills and it's different. But obviously, like, yeah, I still do care a little bit, but it's like, it's not as hard as it was for my parents.
Right. You're kind of heading into the
So,
financial freedom kind of
yeah.
portion
So it's
of
the
life.
freedom, like, obviously, I don't like paying bills. Like, I think it's stupid,
Yeah.
but like, you got to pay bills. Like, that's just how it is.
I know.
So it's like, yeah, like having financial obligations is a good thing because it holds you accountable.
Right.
Like, some people, man, like, they can't grow because their parents are still holding them down. And it's like, you need to get out. Like, you are having parents pay for you. It's not how life works.
Right.
I remember when I first moved to Orlando, man, I wasn't making much. Like I had a decent agency. I was maybe doing like 6 to 7 grand a month, but I was doing more work than I was being paid for.
Right.
And I wasn't profiting as much because I was buying all these like techie softwares and I was trying to figure out I thought that some software was going to make me more money when it wasn't. And I was just spending a lot of money. I was still partying, man. I got to Orlando. I was just partying. I was just doing dumb stuff and just like, I was still that kid because I was a little bit of like resentment because I missed out on a lot of that stuff in college because I was too busy working.
Right.
Like I was working 3 jobs and I was playing tennis in college and like those things just didn't align very well. Like I would go to work. I would pay people on Fiverr to do my homework. Like, dude, I did some sketchy shit and like
Fiverr.
Yeah, dude. But like at the end of school, like when school was over, I didn't go to graduation and I graduated with the highest GPA, even though I didn't even actually do any of the work. And like I'm actually writing a book on this. It's going to be called like The Invisible Student, but I'm trying to like find the time to write this. Yeah. It's like how I basically cheated the school system. Because I don't think it's beneficial for anybody. I think it's a complete sham. It puts people in a box and, yeah, man, that's basically my story up to this point. So
No, man, I think you got a good story. 23 too. I didn't even realize you were 23. I didn't even know your age going into this. 23, that's
Oh,
good.
yeah, yeah.
I'm 28, so I mean, we're
Damn, you do not look 28, man.
I
You look
know.
about my
And
age.
that's what I'm
Damn.
saying. Yeah, I didn't. At 23, I wasn't even thinking that. So when was your last 9 to 5 then? Like, because your marketing
My
agency, all
last
your
time.
marketing, Facebook stuff, that's you. You never actually worked under somebody for an
No,
agency.
of
It's
course,
always been
yeah.
you.
I was working 3 jobs when I was in college. So,
Okay.
I did the cafe still. I worked at a life insurance firm.
Hmm.
I was like an assistant for a life insurance agent. And then also I was at a financial firm. I was doing analysis and I was doing just like bookkeeping stuff.
Hmm.
And then I was also doing social media for them.
Okay. Is
So
that when
like,
you learned a lot of the, or just kind
yeah,
of?
yeah, to some extent, yeah. And it's also just like the connections that I made there. And like for me, and this was a crazy series of events, but at the time too, I was working at Staples on the weekends. And
Hmm.
like I heard from the guidance counselor at the college that there was like a position open for this financial analysis job. And they were basically trying to give it to somebody who already graduated. And I was like, yo, I want that shit.
Right.
Like, I
Right.
was like, I want to do that because I actually like stocks. Like, I like looking
Uh,
at the economy. I like dealing with things that are uncertain. And
right.
that's kind of why I'm probably an entrepreneur. But like, I just don't like, I like that kind of stuff. I like seeing numbers and like, oh, like, all right, we're looking at this trend and this could go up to like that shit, like, puts me
Right.
on fire.
Yeah.
Um, and basically, I didn't really have a lot of nights closed. So I walked into the financial firm one day and there was this guy Sal there who worked there, and I basically like went up to him in like fucking shorts and a t-shirt, and I was like, "Yo, I saw you guys had a job posting. Like,
Yeah.
I'm working at Staples right now. I can't fucking work there right now. Like, you
Yeah.
got to get out of there." And
Hmm.
he was astonished because it's like a weird pattern interrupt. It's like, who
Right.
is this
Right.
kid? Weird.
Yeah.
Like, why is this kid showing up? Because usually kids would show up with a folder with a
Uh-huh.
resume, would have like a suit on, and they're just like, and all of a sudden, I was just like, hey, I'm just gonna walk in there with like, a short sleeve and some fucking shorts and trying to
Right.
nail it. He gave me the job like literally an hour after he called me. He was like, dude, that was ballsy as fuck. Like, when can you start? That was dope. And I was like, all right, cool. And yeah, man, like I was 20, I think at the time, 20 to 21, and basically, I made like the first year there, I made like 60 grand. I was only
Nice.
20.
Yeah.
And like they were paying me more money because I was doing the social media stuff and the analysis, and I was staying late and I was working extra, and like, yeah, dude, that shit was dope.
And that's
And
where you
then
found the passion, or you got the passion kind of for that stuff there, or realized like, damn, I think I want to do this.
yeah,
Like, this is
yeah.
it.
Well, that's when I knew too that like I was younger, and this is the thing too, man, is that like I was younger and I was in a room full of 35-year-old,
Hmm.
45-year-old financial advisors, and
Right.
it's like, yo, what is this fucking kid doing here?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
and the fact that I was able to fit in with these people and like I was able to stay on that same wavelength, like I knew that I could go out and do something on my own and still be
Right.
able to communicate with people who had money like that and were able
Hmm.
to do things like that. And that's when, because some people don't start like agencies or business because they don't think they can relate to the people who actually have the money. They don't think that they'll take them seriously.
Right. Exactly.
And it's like I was able to go in there, like, and people just respected me, even though I was younger, because I was just like, I just did what they asked. Like, yeah, I was an order taker, but like I
Hmm.
did what they asked. I never fucking complained. I never came back with any objections. Like, I just got things done. And then like, you get to that point where you're like, you're meeting their family, and then like they're having parties on the weekends, and you're getting invited, and it's like you realize that like you really do like fit in a way, and
Hmm.
it's not about fitting in, but like you get the point. It's a cool relationship to have, especially when I was younger, man. Like, dude, I was skinny. Like, I was like 4'11" in high school. Like, no one took me seriously, bro. Like,
Right.
I was a little child,
Yeah.
so I was a little Gerber baby. So for me to make that shift, it was like it was kind of like inspiring for me. And then after that point, and that's what I really learned about like human nature. Like, that was a huge tipping point for me when I was able to see how people act and like behaviors and like what really makes people tick. And I use that now in business. Like, that's why I'm very good on the phone now. When I get on the phone with a prospect or something, man, like they're not getting off the phone without giving me a dime. Like, they're
Hmm.
fucking.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, like you just look at how people interact, you look at how people close, you look at how people are just people in general, and you
Hmm.
know a lot about people just by observing. And that's what I was doing, man. I was basically contemplating like my next move. And yeah, man, it was like really like it was a good run. Like, it was fun. And then I learned a lot. And then, yeah, man, now we're here. So,
Now you do 100%. Everything now is 100% your own stuff.
yeah, 100% me. Yeah. So,
Nice.
like, yeah, everything's my clients. And then, like, dude, I'll wake up, I'll probably be naked and I can still do things throughout the day. Like, dude,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like, I can
Mm-hmm.
just do whatever I want.
Yeah.
Um, and that's, yeah, man, everything's me now. So it's my personal brand. I do consulting. I got mentorships. I got my clients. I got my own offer that I'm trying to get back up and running.
Mm-hmm.
I got my content creator in house. I got a video editing team. I got I don't know if you know what Jason Capital is, right?
Yeah. No, I was going to bring up Jason Capital. I saw, you went to the
So
meeting there.
yeah, so I met his guy who does his TikTok,
Oh,
who
okay.
manages his TikTok account. He now does my TikToks. I
Oh,
paid
shit.
him. Yeah, I paid him an arm and a leg, but he
Yeah.
does my TikTok now.
Uh-huh.
So like I'm putting the pieces together to pull out the
What's your
personal brand.
TikTok?
I think it's just Jason Wojo. Yeah.
Jason Wojo? Okay.
Yeah, just Jason Wojo. Yeah. So like building that out has been a huge asset because like I've only been doing it for like a week and a half,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm at like almost 1,800 followers, I think.
Damn.
So
Okay. No, that's good. Yeah, I mean, TikTok's definitely where it's at. I think that's where Gary Vee too. A lot of times, you're talking, watch Gary Vee, and he's always big on jumping on that next kind of social media train. And I think
yeah.
TikTok's definitely where it's at right now. Or
Yeah.
Reels. I see you using Reels, like you said. You're really good at.
Dude, those reels get thousands of plays.
Yes. Yeah.
Thousands. Like I had one that hit 100K already, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, we noticed your ads and stuff, everything, because yeah, it's scroll stoppers. I mean, everything you kind of, I think that's what was unique and made us look at you is like, man, this guy's doing stuff different. Whether you're running down the street, with the video or popping out of a
Oh,
bush,
dude, you
or
saw
like,
that one where I was running down
yeah,
the street, where I
yeah,
was like, the reason why I'm running is
yeah,
because I just stole 100 ads.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. It's like I'm telling you, those are scroll stoppers. Those are scroll. We're like, man, who, this guy's being creative. Like, look at this guy.
yeah,
So yeah, no, it was good.
yeah.
Definitely props to you on the Facebook ad. So I think I want to kind of turn it to where, I mean, kind of some advice for other people starting out. I mean, are Facebook ads where to begin for like a business, or kind of what businesses do you think should 100% be jumping straight into Facebook ads?
So yeah, so right now, like compliance is definitely an issue,
Mm-hmm.
um, but it is the best traffic source for people who are actually ready to buy or ready to take action. Like Facebook and IG, especially, are like the best traffic source for local businesses. Also, what I've done over the past, probably a year and a half is really dive into local Google ads because I still have clients who are local businesses that work with me. And doing like highly targeted Google ads has been huge for them. Like ringing their phones,
Right.
getting more leads and having the Google lead forms that then get, you use Zapier to link that and then they get the information for the client. Like being able to make it easier for that potential prospect to reach the client itself is where the money really is. And like Facebook and Instagram, dude, man, like the amount of data that they have, they know who my customer is. Like as soon as I get a lookalike audience, man, I'm running to the moon. And that's what I did, man. I got 125 buyers on Facebook for my offer. And yeah, it wasn't profitable in the beginning. It was semi-profitable, semi.
Right.
And then once I got those buyers, man, I took that, made a lookalike, and then I got to now I have 5,500 buyers.
Right.
And you take that and you scale that shit. And it's like, dude, Facebook is definitely the way to actually begin. If you have an extra budget, then yeah, move to Google because that's where you're going to pay more, but you're going to get more high quality people. The problem is, man, is that these local businesses got swiped so much this year that they don't want to spend, 30, 40 bucks a day on Google. They don't. Telling them to spend $30 to $50 a day on Google right now is like, they associate that with like their rent payment, like dumb shit like that. Like they don't have the mindset because they've been basically beat this whole entire year. And they think that if they keep spending more money, they're going to dig themselves a bigger hole than they're already in. But yeah, man, like Facebook's so underpriced, man. I mean, it's just
Still
that
to this day, you think it's still
still to
underpriced?
this day,
Still underpriced?
hell yeah. Also though, like if you're a statewide company, you should be doing like TikTok for sure.
Right.
If you're like a local business, maybe TikTok's good, but you better have an online presence, like an actual website that does e-com so you can ship orders out. Because if you're a local business that's on TikTok and you blow up randomly and you don't have a store that's going to take people's cards.
Right, exactly.
I know a lot of local businesses, man, they're just like, they don't have an e-com setup. They just have a call us now kind of crap.
Right.
And that stuff doesn't make money. And
Right.
it's all garbage.
Yeah, so all Facebook is for you is conversion based. None
Oh
of the
yeah.
traffic,
Because,
none of the engagement, none of the
because man, would you rather want visitors or do you want money? Like I
exactly.
want money.
Hmm.
I
So
dude,
there's no time where you would use both, like use conversion with
no,
engagement. Yeah, because you see so many people out. Or I won't say so many, but when you come across or you're YouTubing or you're trying to learn knowledge for free from all these people, you get so many that try to act like you need to run traffic ads or you need to run
those are
engagement.
people who, yeah, people. All right. So here's the thing too, is that people
Hmm.
really need to understand. There's a lot of valuable free things out there, but when people are giving stuff away for free and they're doing these keyword hacks on YouTube, they don't want to give you the real advice. They just want your views.
Right.
They want your views. They want to rank higher. They want to get more subs. They want to make money off YouTube. So they're putting out bullshit content that's free. Things
Hmm.
are free for a reason.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
if I ever dared get on the phone for free for a consult, I'd be shooting myself.
Right.
Like it's not worth my time
Hmm.
because my time now is worth more because I can't work for free. I'm
Right.
not, things that are free, man, are just like they're gateways to things that actually are expensive. Well, not
Hmm.
expensive, but actually cost that are,
Right.
at a currency.
Do you run
Um,
any of your funnel? Do you do click? You do funnels, I assume.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
The
do
whole
you?
funnel is just click funnels. Yeah.
Right. Do you use and you use the software ClickFunnels then?
Yes.
Now, do
Yes.
you run when you're trying to get say leads or anything? Do you run like anything free? Is your initial funnel or your initial ad something free to get their email, or are you running
No,
something
I run
paid?
them straight. I run them straight to it because, well, this is the thing too, is like, I just have enough like people around me where I know that it'll convert. So
Right.
like to really go over that, it's like I have my roommate Troy who does copy and he does like email copywriting and like
Hmm.
he helped write that whole lead in. Like I knew it was going to convert. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to have an opt-in and get free emails. That's a waste. Cause dude, I don't want freebie seekers on my email list. I
Right.
don't want those people because you know what those people want? They want more shit for free. And then
Hmm.
when you send emails, and I send emails now about my mentorships, and I'm like, hey, it's $1,000 plus investment up front. If you're ready, reply ready with your phone number. And if I had an email list full of people who were freebie seekers, they'd be like, that's bullshit. That's garbage. That's a scam or
Hmm.
whatever.
Yeah.
Now that I have an email list full of buyers, people take me more seriously because they already spent. They
Right.
swiped their card. The
Hmm.
biggest qualification in the marketing world is a purchase. Now, there's other ones that are like intentful, but not as higher intent. A purchase will qualify you better than anything. I don't care how many times you message somebody on Instagram. I don't care how many times you get a referral. The biggest qualification is a buyer. If you don't have
Right.
a buyer or someone who has spent money with you, they are shit. Shit.
So if you're
They're
just
not.
starting out in Facebook ads, it's 100% run conversion for purchase.
Yes, I'm running conversions for either leads or purchase because not everything is a purchase up front. So don't get it
Right.
twisted
Right.
because
Right.
there's some offers that I run for clients where they have a phone sales team
Hmm.
where I'll get them leads, but the leads are booked appointments and then the sales team closes them.
Correct. Yep.
So that's the other type of business model is like, hey, for more higher ticket products, I can't run a sales page and have people expect to pay $9.97 for something. That's a lot
Right.
for a sales page. So they have a sales team, takes phone calls, we set them up in Calendly, and then we run the traffic to a Calendly, and then we ask them more questions on the Calendly to qualify them more, and then they book the call, and then the sales team closes them.
Hmm.
Um, and then yeah, man.
So as far as businesses that should be running Facebook ads, are you talking like you said, local businesses? Should e-com? I mean, should really anybody? I mean, or is there some that you say maybe you should start, like you
I
said with
mean,
Wojo,
dude,
maybe you
I
should
think
start.
anybody should. I
Right.
mean, there's really like if your business requires attention and
Hmm.
traffic, which is I would hope most. I don't think
Right.
there's any businesses. I don't think there's any businesses out there that don't need traffic. That's nuts.
Right.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So you always want a consistent pipeline of attention and traffic coming through your assets. You want to build email lists. You want to build your pixel. You want to build these things that Facebook has to offer you because you can always retarget. You can always make more money off people who have either been higher intent or have already bought from you.
Yeah.
And that's where the money really is, man. And but you know what the problem is, man, is the biggest roadblock is that people don't want to spend the money
Yeah.
because, and back to your point, like local businesses and just online in general, there's one group of businesses that should not be running ads, and it's businesses that have a shitty offer. Like if your offer sucks and you're selling some free consult crap, like no, do not run ads because when you're giving away things that are dumb like that, like everybody says that, free console, free strategy session, free phone call, like that's so boring. It's like me, I say at the end of my account, I say book a call with me and my 8-figure advertising team so that we can fix the 4 biggest mistakes that make Facebook ads, or that I forgot what exactly is at the end, but that make Facebook ads not work. Or that make Facebook ads, stop working. That is way more appealing than book a free call or book a strategy, because people are saying to themselves, like, what are the 4 mistakes? They're curiosity, man. They're curious. They're going to book a call just because of what I just said, because they don't know what the 4 big mistakes are. And quite frankly, if they don't know what they are, they better find out what they are so they can fix them. So it's that curiosity factor. I will never do like free fucking strategy sessions and stuff. Like those offers and stuff, they get cheap leads, and they're cheap people. Like they're just cheap people, man. They're broke people who don't want to spend any money. And the other thing too is, like, if you don't have a good offer, you're not going to attract the masses. The reason why my offer is going very well is because they're templates, man. It's sexy. It's 100 ad templates. There is every walk of life trying to run Facebook ads, trying to run ads in general. And I come along because no one else has ran this kind of offer. No one's run this offer. And I was like, damn, I should probably do this. So I basically, the best offers out there are done for you, templates, fill in the blank, things that make things easy for people, copy and paste. Like I go over all of that in my offer, and it's just appealing, man. Yeah. Like most websites convert at like 1.5%. Like my funnel converts at 9%. That's disgusting. It is like, the offer is just gross. It's undervalued to the masses. And I haven't even touched the surface right now. But like I said, I'm dealing with Facebook problems right now. So it's like, yeah, man, like most offers, if they're really good, they'll last like 6 to 8 months. And then you got to basically either tweak it or evolve it into something else. So like businesses that are like, for example, an accounting firm, and they say, hey, we've been CPAs in blah, blah, blah valley for 8 years. Book a call with us. Let's go over your taxes. That's boring. What they should be saying is like, hey, over the past 3 years, some of the top business owners in X, Y, and Z county have been able to save at least 37% on their taxes. And if you click the link below, we're going to show you exactly how we do that and how we can do it for you as well within the next 7 days. That shit would work better because it's more appealing, and it's not book a free call and we're going to look at your taxes. It's boring. Yeah. So when you start bringing in factors that actually matter to people, like the money part, people don't contact these accountants because they're accountants. They contact them because they want to save money. They don't want to pay more to the government. Right. Every offer that you run or your clients run, the offer has to be appealing. If the offer sucks, then you're never going to have a long-term business model. And that's why local businesses have an income ceiling. Like, man, it just goes to show you, like local businesses, when I first started, I thought local businesses were rich. And now I make more than the average local business every month. And I'm one person. It's because my offer is good and I'm at scale. These local businesses scrape to make 20K a month. Like, scrape for it. Yeah. And it's like, damn, man, like my offer is so good because these businesses don't have scalability. They have a 10-mile radius. They have no online presence. And it's like, damn, it's crazy. And now I actually have to deny people from my services because they can't afford it now because they're local businesses who don't want to spend $2,000 plus a month. And they're like, oh. And I'm like, well, you're never going to grow then. Like you have this ceiling on your head. Like Facebook ads are meant for people who actually understand what it means to invest money in something. And then like people will come back at you and say like, oh, well, we bought this building and we got 3 employees. First of all, most local businesses overhire. They overhire. They have like 8 people working behind the desk. You don't need 8 people there. You need 1. Right. Like there was a cafe back in Orlando that I worked with, and he was always complaining how he didn't have a lot of money in margins. I'm like, bro, you got 1 table and you got 4 people behind the counter. You don't need 4 people. Like you're wasting an extra $200, $300, $400 a day paying Jack and Jill and Up the Hill because they're just sucking you dry, man. Like, you don't need these people.
Or I guess to your point too, like, put them to work. Like, get somebody on TikTok, get somebody building, get somebody.
Yeah,
You're gonna have
exactly.
employees, like get.
But they don't have that
Right,
mindset
right,
because, like, and also, man, people just don't know how to randomly jump on shit like that.
right,
Like,
right.
so it's
And
like
get those
people,
employees that do. Hire some
yeah,
employees
if
that
I
are good
mean,
with
I,
websites, good with
bro,
Facebook,
yeah,
good with everything.
yeah.
Like evolve
But
your
most
business.
businesses don't look like that because they don't like technology because they're older.
Yeah,
They don't
exactly.
like,
Yeah.
they think that they think that technology destroyed society. And like,
There's that
dude,
gap. There's definitely that big gap right now. And
yeah,
we're seeing it.
because
There's a big gap right
people,
now.
yeah, people let their ego get to them because like they're like Facebook's stealing my info, and then they're like,
Right, right.
oh, politics, and like we're not even gonna get into that because I don't do any of that. I don't even know what's going on in the world right now. I don't care.
Right.
But yeah, man, I think that like too many people depend on just random circumstances to fulfill their business, and it's like you need to like figure that shit out because you're never gonna grow. Like local businesses, man, like people think that, and this was when I was in like high school. Like if someone's parent was a business owner, they were all like, "Oh my god, like he's rich."
Right.
And like now I'm looking and I'm like, bro, no, they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're all full of it,
Right.
and it's like dude, it's nuts, man. And they don't have any scalability and they wonder why they don't make the money that they want. And then when a pandemic comes, they're like, oh, we're losing so much money. They're shutting us down. You have no scalability. Your radius is nothing. Your radius is 5 miles. You have no scalability. You have no online presence. Websites are too expensive. Facebook ads are too. No, they're not, man. Take out a loan. Do something.
What is that? What is that starting budget?
I mean, it really just depends on like the actual business. I mean, dude, like
We can do let's do a hypothetical, a barbershop.
a barbershop should be. I actually work with a barbershop.
Oh, there you go.
So we spend about $50 to $100 a day right now. So
oh, wow.
50,
Okay. Yeah.
50 on Google, 50 on Facebook. And I keep his pipeline pumping, dude. I'm getting him messages for hair replacement. And then I'm getting him phone calls from Google that we're always optimizing on a weekly basis. And it's just like, I'm going to keep his ass busy.
Yep.
I'm at another barbershop in the Bronx. We run Facebook ads, about $75 a day. Dude, he's getting like 20 leads a day, man.
Now, who's creating the content for that? Like, what kind of content are you pushing there? Okay.
So me and my team get them a script for a story ad, and then basically I'll get like my team to edit the video with the fire effect on the finger. And then yeah, man, I run those on stories, and then they swipe up, go to the website, and then they get like a $5 off coupon their hair for the next haircut. And then, dude, I get like 20 leads a day right now, and his shit is so busy, like it's nuts, man, so busy.
And now, I mean, and again, like you said, I mean, $50 to $100 a day, that's not a lot of money. That's not like in the grand scheme of things, to get the ball rolling, to invest in yourself. I mean, it's not that much.
No, it's not. No, but these businesses think it is because they don't like the uncertainty in spending money on Facebook.
Right.
They don't like it. They have Facebook pages that they've spent all this time on, and it's like, what are you doing? Like, you're putting all this time into Facebook that you need to pump traffic into it. Like, what are you? It just amazes me, man, and it gives me on a certain perspective on the back end because like so many people want nice things and like they want their business to grow and they want to have this kind of lifestyle, but like little are they willing to do shit about it. And it's like, yeah, man, it's just astonishing. It's just the world that we live in, man. It's like, I don't know.
No, I think that's the opportunity out there for other people like us or other what I consider hustlepreneurs that are willing to hustle and put the time in. Like you said, we always looked at entrepreneurs as like like they make so much money and all this stuff, but really nowadays you're realizing it's the people who hustle. It's not the traditional guy in like a suit or the guy who owns a business. It's like the people that are out there hustling and learning the new things and learning and progressing, basically, like always progressing with everything. You gotta pivot, you gotta change with the times because obviously times are changing without whether you change or not. So
no, it's true.
I try Facebook ads all the time. I'm trying to do you do anything with ecom or is it
of course.
Okay. Do you ever mess around with somebody that drop shipping or
I have like maybe 7-8 I have like 7-8 clients right now that do drop shipping. Yes.
Where do you see what What would be the most challenging thing you see right now as far as Facebook ads?
Finding a good product.
Really?
Dude, here's the thing. That's a huge myth, and I'm about to debunk it, man. It's
Because I
like
tried it, and
the ads. I'll be
yeah.
honest, man. Like I'm very good at Facebook ads, but
Mm-hmm.
like at the end of the day, the ad really doesn't matter that much.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. You'd be astonished. The
Mm-hmm.
ad doesn't matter. The product does. Like
Mm-hmm.
if the offer is not good enough, you're not going to get clicks anyway.
Right.
Because if people think that they can go to Amazon or down the street and get it, they're not gonna click on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way it is, man. People always want to find a cheaper and better alternative. When you put an offer in front of them that they know they won't find in the next hour, they're going to click.
Yeah.
And if it's in their niche, it's up their alley, they're going to click. The ad just has to embrace curiosity, has to excite the buyer and give them a good offer. That's it.
So this would be
Ads
my
are
question.
very simple.
This would be my question. So, and this was my question at the beginning when I tried drop shipping and creating the Instagrams and creating the Facebooks. My whole thing was like, oh, but the Facebook's not established. It's got like 5 legs. I just started it.
Go buy likes. All
right.
you got to do is
Mhm.
all you got to do is turn on $5 a day and target worldwide, and you'll have 150 likes to 250 likes coming in a day for
Like, you
$5.
get all them Thailand. You get all them Thailand people. that start
Literally,
liking
I
it.
don't care who they are. You got to give some type of leverage.
Right. So that was my question. So basically, I know even with businesses starting out, I think a lot of them think like, oh, I don't have social proof. Oh, I don't have enough likes. Oh, I don't have enough this. I don't have enough of that. They make pretty much excuses, which, but they think, is this right or wrong? Like, do I need, social proof, or can I kind of get started with Facebook ads?
I mean, social proof is good, man, because it really hammers away the people-to-people kind of connection.
Mm-hmm.
Because people like to see other people who have done what they're about to do and
Right.
see if it's worth it. And it's also like if they don't have social proof, man, you can go find social proof. Like I have clients who come to me and they're like, oh, like I don't have any reviews. Okay, go find them. Like go text your friends, ship the shit to them, and have them fill out a review. Like there's always ways to get social proof.
Right.
For me, it's just because I've gotten results, man. I get social proof because when I do something cool for a client, like this girl emailed me today, and she owns a computer training company in Tampa, local business. And like the first 2 months that we started, man, I made her like 150 grand in 2 months.
Oh, wow.
And she literally was like, what the fuck? Like she was astonished. She was like, how did you do that? And since then, in like, I think we started in like September, really pushing ads. Like, dude, she emailed me today saying that I grew her business 300% this year during the pandemic. Like it's,
Now, somebody like that. So I guess without giving too much info on her or what you did, I mean, kind of what were some of the steps that
lead
you
gen,
took? Lead gen.
qualifying, lead gen and qualifying the leads correctly. Giving them an offer that was irresistible. The offer is everything, man. Like basically the offer was this. It's a training program that helps people who are unemployed build skill sets that are employable in the workplace. Okay. So the offer is, hey, there's job grants available for you that will make this program free if you apply. And bro, that fucking that literally does it. And then once they apply, they get accepted. Now some people don't though. Like a lot of people will accept everybody, but I actually can't legally. So I had to send people to a 404 error page if they didn't qualify.
Okay.
But once they get sent to the Calendly, they book the appointment, they're closed. The crazy part is that the people are getting it for free, but dude, she gets paid from the government on the back end.
Right.
So, dude, man, like that is an offer that was so scalable, man. Like 200K plus months, man.
And that was going to be my next question too, scalability. I mean, where do you determine, that portion
When
of
the
it?
when the offer is that good, when the offer is like, okay, so that's really general, but when the offer is so good that it literally goes off from the very start, when the offer is really fucking good on day one and you get a lot of opt-ins and a lot of buyers on day one, that's when you know you have a good offer.
And real quick, just to pause, we're going to obviously continue to talk more about Facebook ads, but if you go to the Jason Wojo, that's TheJasonWojo on Instagram, he's got a lot of good, just different things about scalability, quick reels, quick stuff on there that really, pinpoint some of the stuff too. So you can really go on there also. And I suggest following him, and, you'll get a lot of info from just that also. And then you'll figure out other ways where you can follow him and pay attention to stuff, because we're obviously going to discuss a lot, but we can't cover everything right now. And
Yeah. I mean, I'm pumping a lot of content on there right
Yeah.
now because I have the video editing team doing stuff, and then I'm also on YouTube and then TikTok, and like I'm trying to hit every area possible. So
Yeah, and
like,
basically everything's just under your name, correct? Just
yeah,
Jason
yeah,
Wojo, and you'll find you.
yeah. They'll find it. Yeah.
No, that's good, man. So I have an example of the drop shipping store. So I wanted to see if you could kind of show people what metrics you got to pay attention to, kind of
Okay.
give people
Do
a
it.
lowdown, because I'm sure when they get on, if they try Facebook ads, they don't know what click-through rate, they don't know what the ROA, ROAS, they don't know a lot of this stuff and maybe what it means.
Okay.
I'll pull up my drop shipping site that is dead.
Okay.
So basically I had the same thing. So basically I started drop shipping. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm getting some stuff. I'm testing the waters. Facebook shuts me down, because basically I wasn't established. My page had less, they basically did that clean sweep, shut it down. So, okay, I'm like, all right, whatever, get it back going. They reinstate it. And then my credit card was getting charged constantly by Facebook. Now, out of nowhere, my card says, oh, this $13 looks like fraud from Facebook. Like, they just processed $100, $80, so they asked me if this was fraud. And I'm like, no. Well, it triggered Facebook to go, all right, you're restricted till you figure this out. So I had to do the same thing. Like, yes, this is really me, blah, blah, blah. That was, my credit card, all that stuff. And
So what's the link to the store?
Here, it's dealsinyourcart.com, so you can kind of check the stuff, and then let me pull up
Deals. Wait, can you say that again slower?
dealsinyourcart.com. All right, cool. All right, we're back. So, are you able to control this now? Or are you able just to see it?
I'm just able to see it.
All right, so cool. Obviously, this is the website. I don't mind if people see this, obviously, because I'm pretty much done with this. I'm moving on to another drop shipping store. But this is the original one. This is the one that kind of got my feet wet with everything. So dealsinyourcart.com. It was basically an all-around drop shipping site. The more thing I'm more interested in too is just kind of going over the Facebook ads and having you kind of show those, but we'll show where it's taking people and you can kind of like give people a lowdown. So if we move over here to the Facebook ads, let's just go with Lifetime. So again, you can kind of decipher some of the stuff for some of the people, just kind of what are some things.
For example, like you should not turn off campaigns that actually have a high ROAS.
Mm-hmm.
So you turned off a campaign with a 2.7, a 2.04, and a 2.15. You should have kept those rocking.
Right. Well, this is also okay. So yeah, he's speaking as if obviously my Facebook didn't get disabled, because that's also why I stopped those. So yeah, give a lowdown, and then also, I guess one thing too is what's up with Facebook duplicating purchases and stuff like that. The pixel.
That's just the pixel firing bad, man. Like that happens to me still. Like.
Okay, so it happens to everybody then. That's. Is there a way to fix that?
I mean, to be honest, man, it's really not.
Okay.
Facebook's just Facebook, man.
All right, here we go. So yeah, just give a lowdown, kind of what some of the stuff means. What's good, like you said. What do you kill? What do you not kill?
So like when I look at something like this, my first concern is that you're not going to be able to scale and get out of the learning phase faster. Okay, right. So you need to get 50 conversions within 7 days on one of these campaigns. So when you're, for example, this bottom one is 2.73 ROAS. That shit I would keep rocking, and then within that campaign, which technically that's CBO, it looks like it's CBO.
Yeah, they're all CBO.
Yeah. So that would basically, no, this baby animal onesie one, that's using the ad set budget.
Okay, yep. Yeah, that was the very first one I ran.
So that one's got a 52-cent click. That's a good place to be. Anything over like $1.50 click, you can always touch up on. These are all good cost per clicks. Your CTRs is basically for every how many people click on it, which those are good CTRs.
What is a CTR, just so people know? Like what I mean, like what's a good amount? What's a good amount?
A good CTR is anything over like 1.5-ish.
Okay.
Outbound clicks, that's the same thing as basically like a link click, same thing. Those are also people though that can visit like your Facebook page and like your Instagram profile, and those are considered clicks as well. Add to carts, it depends on the cost. So you add 11 added carts, $43 is $4 an added cart. That's good. Anything with like, if it's a product from like $10 to like $20, your add to cart should be way below like $7.
Mm-hmm.
Video plays at 95%. Frequency. Yeah, I mean, dude, everything here looks decent. That comfy neck pillow though looks bad.
Yeah, that one didn't take off very well. That one did bad.
Yeah.
All right, is there one you want to click on just to kind of see maybe you can help people go
I want
further?
to look at the animal onesie.
All right, so let's look at the animal onesie.
Okay, so hold up.
So this is so the top one
Yeah,
basically was you know, the parents of kids
yeah.
0 to
Yep.
2.
I already know what this is. Just
Right.
scroll to the right.
Yep.
So this one at $10 daily. You spent how many purchases? Oh shit, go back. You got 4 purchases
Mm-hmm.
for how much?
So they were $39.99.
Yeah, but how much money did you spend? Go to the left.
Oh yeah.
20 bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 4. You were spending $5 a conversion right there. That's a sign that needs to be scaled out.
Mm-hmm.
So what you would do is every 3 days I would add 20% extra budget to it and add the budget after 5 p.m. I mean before 5 p.m. Excuse me. Don't add budgets to ads after 5 p.m. because it spends all your money before midnight.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
look,
it's
man,
basically it's going to try spending your money before the day's over, basically.
yeah. So 249 CTR is really solid. 35 outbound clicks, 11 add to carts, dude. That's like $2 an add to cart almost, less than that.
Now the problem is this one right here. I'll tell you right now, only got 2 purchases. But Facebook fired it
I mean,
twice.
even that though, $10, your ROAS is still 3 because you're at a 5.92, so you're still at about a 3 ROAS. That's still scalable.
Right. I think the break even was 1.5 ROAS. I think when I calculated it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you're literally chilling right there. Like that's a very good ad set to keep running.
All right. So let's just go and let's just dive in so you can kind of see it. And so basically, this was it. So it was. Yep. Let me go into it.
Is it a video or an image?
It was an image. So I did different this time. Like you said, kind of a scroll stopper. I went ahead and did a meme. Memes are hot right now, so I went ahead and did a meme. Can you see that, or I need to make it bigger?
Yeah. So that's good congruency. The copy's decent. The meme kind of speaks for itself, though.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was writing copy for this, I would just literally make it very simple. I would just say like, your little one needs this. And then the next line should be the offer right off the bat. Like, what is the offer? Is it 30% off plus free shipping?
Yeah,
and
so
then,
this one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so here, all right. They're selling bad. I just can't resist the cuteness. All right, that's weird. Currently 20% off retail price. That's weird. That last line's good. What I would put is after your little one needs this, then you put the offer. Currently $30 off plus free shipping. And then the next line is like a shop now with an arrow and then the link. And then below that is check out all the animal options, pick 1 or 2 or 3. No one will judge. And then the headline's got to be the offer reiterated.
Okay. Yep.
So after baby toddler animal onesie, you should be putting like 30%, $30 off plus free shipping, and then with that arrow that points to the right, like
right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
That points to the shop now button, and that's how I would run that.
So that's where some people talk about too, long ad copy and short ad copy. So when you're talking to like somebody that, again, like you said, offers.
Yeah,
and
like
things.
these are impulse buys. So short copy is definitely better. For my stuff, it's got to be longer copy because they're not really like looking for ad templates. They have to be convinced.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not like, because we have to write longer copy because of the persona that people have who sell digital products.
Right.
All the people who hate on people like me.
Mm-hmm.
But for this, man, these are all impulse buys. This is just, is it cute? Is it what I need? Is my kid, or am I going to like it? And what's the offer? Is this feasible for me financially right now? That's
Mm-hmm.
literally it. That's the cornerstone of a good impulse buy.
And then obviously, so yeah, with the offer and stuff, you're going to do mainly, um, basically a longer copy in the Facebook ad itself, or you're going to take them to somewhere that has
Yeah,
a bigger
I do
copy.
long copy on both, man. My sales page is 30 pages long.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. All
Have you
right.
seen my landing page?
No, let's go ahead and pull it up. Where is it at? Mm-hmm.
100, like the number,
Mm-hmm.
adtemplates.com.
Now, this is your only current offer?
Yeah, this is my current offer, yeah. And this is only for $17. Keep this in mind.
All right. And this is on ClickFunnels right here?
Yes. And this is my landing page.
Now, I did hear, obviously, and explain why the reasoning between this, because I kind of know from learning also, just as far as how things look on, this is pretty much optimized for mobile and short, kind of just how attention spans, basically. How basically long paragraphs, kind of, people don't want to read long paragraphs. Is that basically?
No. Well, no, dude. People will read if it's emotionally pleasing.
Okay.
Like, man, this is only $17, and this
Mm-hmm.
page converts higher than any Shopify page on, like, literally, man, 9% is unheard of. It's because my offer is good. It doesn't matter. Like, if they resonate with some of these headlines here, and then they see like my social proof that's coming up, and then they get into the point where it's like it makes sense, then they're gonna buy. Like, I'm already emotionally got them. Like, it's over.
Now, I see, so where's your, let me see, where's your button at?
Yeah, dude, it's really far down.
What's the reasoning behind that? Because I've seen other funnels obviously too, but that could be the reason why
Yeah,
yours is
because
that could be the reason why yours is higher, because you force them to kind of.
yeah, I force them and I qualify them. That's the
Yeah,
point, man. You never want to put your button higher. The button being high, you're shooting yourself in the foot because no
right.
one
Because you,
knows.
like you said, you're just getting that person that's impulse, maybe wants something for cheap or wants something for free or
Yeah,
whatever it may be, and is not
yeah.
really invested
These
in it.
people, these people are fucking qualified.
Right.
Let's
Because
just
if
say.
they took this much time to scroll and read through, everything, then yeah, it makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a
dude.
lot. This is a lot. This is a.
Well, I mean, if you're in the copywriting world, something like this, man, like this is a very long sales letter,
Yeah.
and only for $17. So something like this, man, for a copywriter to do would probably be like $25,000, probably for this
Oh
landing
wow.
page,
Yeah.
probably. So yeah, man, like this is not, this is an offer that, and look, like the social proof that I was talking about, like
Mm-hmm.
when you can't find it, you just find people who literally can give it to you.
Now, Richard Branson, how much are you involved with paying attention to him and just studying him? Do you, because I know he writes a lot of books, obviously, ClickFunnels and all that stuff with traffic secrets and all that
I mean,
stuff. I mean,
I already know how to do most of the stuff, so it's like it's just a matter of me. Now there's my button.
there you go.
So then that you hit that, and then they go to the order form. The order form's nice because the color pops.
Yep.
And then yeah, man, they just order through here. It's really that simple. And then I have a cool graphic here with the order bump, dude. That shit converts so well. If you go back up to that green button before, right above the green button with the order bump,
Yeah,
where
right
it
here.
says add the videos.
Yeah.
So if you click that,
Mm-hmm.
it'll charge you $27 extra for the 4 secret targeting hack video series. But the graphic above it is what gets me a lot of people because they see the templates at the 17 and then the graphic underneath points in red to the box.
Right.
It's creative shit, man. It's dope.
No, that's good. I mean, yeah, it's nice and clean. Have you ever saw? I mean, so I know there's a couple other ones like Cart Flows with WordPress, and there's ClickFunnels. Obviously, ClickFunnels is like the most.
ClickFunnels or Go High Level are the best by far.
When you run Facebook ads for other people, are you basically doing that
It depends.
ClickFunnels?
If they're a lead gen offer, it's ClickFunnels. If they need a long sales letter, ClickFunnels. If they're a Shopify store, you keep them on Shopify. Until I
Mm-hmm.
get enough data, then I can move them to ClickFunnels so I can increase the amount of upsells.
Mm-hmm. Now, ClickFunnels. Now, is that the ClickFunnels running through their like you set a ClickFunnels up for them, or is
Yep.
that something that your agency runs through you guys?
We set it up for them because technically it's their asset if they pay us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to hold someone's asset. I know agencies that do that shit, and that's really fucked up. Like,
Right.
people will pay them and they hold the asset in their account, and it's like, yo, like they paid you for that. Like, just
Mm-hmm.
because they're not paying you reoccurring now doesn't mean you got to be that kind of guy and be like, oh, well, if you don't pay us, we're going to give it to you. No,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to burn bridges with people, man. Like, that's not the point of, like, that's not the reason why I'm highly sought after, is that I burn bridges. I just want people to be like happy with the service. They don't like it. I mean, dude, like, don't get it twisted. Like, I'm very good at what I do, but there's still people who I can't get results for. There's still people that I fail with. Like, it's just how it is, man. It's like, not every offer is going to go to the moon, man. There's a lot of people that I have to go through before I find my winners, because 85% of businesses fail at the end of the day. It's not because I'm putting them inside some statistic. It's because not everybody can win, man. Not everybody can win. Not everybody can be rich, and everybody can be successful.
I was gonna say, if it was really that easy, everybody would be rich. They would be
Of
doing it.
course.
They would.
So it's like some
Yeah.
offers that I run, man, like they just don't do well. And I'm
Right.
like, okay, man, like I'm sorry, we're not going to bill you next month. Like we're going to try this and this for the next of the month, but I can't charge you anymore. Like it's not
Mm-hmm.
working. This is the same thing or process or angle that I would take with other offers, and it's just not working. And like, yeah, they're mad, but they're not really mad at me because they know that what I did was correct. They're mad because they have to start from scratch now and find another product.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, man, I've never really had anybody who has publicly been like, Wojo sucks. No,
Mm-hmm.
I've never had that. And I'm actually lucky because a lot of marketers get that, where they're like, this person scammed me because they charged me for a store and a whatever. And I'm like, what the hell happened to you? Like, what?
Well, do you think that's also because maybe those other marketers out there aren't qualifying correctly and they're just kind of
Well,
looking to
yeah,
take
they're
on
not. Yeah,
anybody
exactly.
or
Yeah, they're
yeah.
taking anybody's money. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's people now who are trying to give me money, and I'm like, shit, I ain't gonna take it
Right. Right.
because it's not worth it. Because then I'm gonna look like a dick at the end of the thing. It's like,
Right. Because it's like you can see that. So you pretty much know. I mean, if you had to give a percentage, like how many percentage of people do you take on, and what's the percentage of people you have to say no to?
I feel like 60-40.
60-40.
Yeah, probably about 60-40.
What is your max capacity,
No,
I
you know
guess?
what? No, that's actually not true. I would say 40-60 the other way,
Okay.
because I'm done with the take everybody's money shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, I'm not gonna lie, man. When I first started, like, I needed money, so
Right.
I would help people, but I wouldn't charge them crazy amounts. Though I just needed small increments of money. So I'd be like, hey,
Right.
like, I can help you do this. Like, let's go over this, but I'm not gonna charge you weekly or monthly, whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case may be, because I can't justify it.
You're pretty
But
much
I
going to. So you're pretty
yeah,
much charging people for results, basically at the beginning.
no.
If you didn't provide results, you didn't charge them,
No, if
or
they have a proven concept that's
mm-hmm.
generated sales before, then I'll work with them because I know I can scale it. If you have
Right.
sales, then
Yeah.
I can scale it. It's not a
Okay.
problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like, dude, like if you have results, prior results, I know that I can get you, more buyers. I know that I can make you more money.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the audiences that I use, just the certain strats that I use, man. It's like, yeah, people will be like, oh, well, don't you just spend more money? Well, yeah, of course, you just spend more, but you got to spend it calculated. Okay.
Right.
When you're spending more money, you can lose a lot in your margins, and you can basically stab yourself in the foot, man.
Mm-hmm.
So it's more like, it really comes down to like what the price of the product is. Maybe we have to add more upsells to increase your order value. Like, what ways can we get more money out of your current buyers?
Mm-hmm.
And how can we scale off of that? And that's a huge key, man. It's like a lot of people have business models that are just not meant to be scaled, man. It's fucking hard.
Right.
That's why I'm frustrated, because I have my offer that does very well, man. Like, out of all the offer owners out there that own offers with long funnels and upsells and actually have a team, like, dude, I have a very underrated offer. like a very underrated offer. And I know a lot of people on the inside who have offers, and dude, I beat them every day of the week, every day. And it's astonishing because something like that that's so simple and compliant gets shut down. And I have to figure out some way to get it back up because Facebook and Instagram, like, they're my fuel.
So
They're
that
where my
100 ads template offer that you're running, that is the one that got shut down right now.
yeah. Yeah.
And your whole account's disabled, or just the ads in
Not
general?
the whole account, my page is restricted. My
Gotcha.
Jason Wojo Facebook page got restricted, and I don't know why. So today I've been on the phone with 4 Facebook reps and trying to figure it out. They're telling me they're putting in tickets. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I mean,
No, my buddy's page did too. I mean, he's got 20,000 likes on Facebook, his Facebook page. I mean, he's been on there for I don't know how many years. He's a fully established. He's ran plenty of Facebook ads before, and yeah, all of a sudden the other day we noticed that his Facebook page said it was restricted also. It's just like
did you get it back up?
I don't know. I gotta talk to him now that you just said yours was too. I need to touch base with him to
Dude,
see.
when I talked to Facebook, they said a lot of people are dealing with that right now, and I'm like, maybe I just got fired off because
Yeah,
I'm just in that number.
yeah, exactly.
You know, man, like, and I'm putting a video out about this next week, and it's like, dude, man, like, it's a little worrisome, man, because our world is going into a weird area, and
Where the
it's not
control, where some people can have a too much control over certain things,
well,
basically.
it's more political stuff, man. It's
Right.
like we're going into a world that is very like, and this is my opinion. It's
Mm-hmm.
not, I don't want any discussions here. I'm just going to make my statement, but I think that we're going into a socialist world. I think
Mm-hmm.
that we are not allowed to say the things that we want. I think that our human rights are being basically stolen from us slowly but surely.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I just think that it's not the freedoms that are in, in our documents, man. It's just not.
Mm-hmm.
We can't say the things that we want. Like, I have a friend who had a Shopify store that I built for him, and he sells cups that are about conspiracy theories. And it's kind of funny because he has a YouTube channel, has a lot of subs, man. YouTube shut him down.
Oh,
And
really?
he was making like 10 to 20K a month on the Shopify store organically, man.
Mm-hmm.
Organically. And they shut him down. And the Shopify shut him down.
Yeah.
And it's nuts, man, because he's selling things that require an opinion. Everybody has their own opinion. I think that we have lost touch with how far we can really like go as a society. And it's a reflection on Facebook too. Like, they're going through a lawsuit right now, and there's a lot of things that are going to unfold here in the next 3 months, man, because obviously Biden's moving into office and all these things, and it's like, and I don't even know what's going on. I don't know if Trump is revoking these, but I have no clue. I have no freaking clue.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't watch the news. I have no idea. So it's just really scary things that we need to think about as a society, and it kind of worries me because, like, dude, over the past, and this is not because I need empathy. It's because I've done a lot of things that have been calculated. I've done a lot of things that are very risky. I have been in the dirt for so long, and I've been that entrepreneur that literally, like, no one knows about yet. And it's gonna unfold. But now that I can't run ads at scale, it feels like my ceiling is starting to come down. And it's like, I don't know how much longer social media platforms are going to allow their users to really be themselves. And
Mm-hmm.
it's just very astonishing, man. It's honestly very unfortunate. I think that I don't know, man. It's something that I can't really talk a lot on just because I'm not very educated in political views, but I just think that we are caring about the wrong stuff. I think that people are bored and they're caring about shit that doesn't matter. Quite frankly, I don't really think the president matters. I don't think it does. I think that people have this mindset that the president is going to save them, and it's not the case. No matter who the president is for the past 23 years of my life, nothing has changed. Nothing. I don't even know what they even do. I have no freaking clue what's going on. So it's like, for me, I think that people need to vote more for themselves. And I think that if we had a more conjoined society of, like, expressing our freedoms more without being so like judgmental and argumental on social, that we would be a much happier society. And these are people, like, we have people who argue about political views but don't actually do anything about it, or don't even practice real values that a real American should be expressing, and they're the ones who are voting. And it's like, all this shit is just out of proportion. And that's why I stay out of like discussions like this, where, as soon as you say one sentence, you have four people coming at you like barking dogs. And it's like, so many people have opinions about things that don't relate to them. They're
Right.
willing to argue and vote more for other people that they've never met, never been associated with. They are willing to vote and fight for a president more than fight for themselves. And it is astonishing to me, man. People have families, people have
Yeah.
obligations, man. I will never let something like that get in the way of what I want. And it's like,
It's crazy, man. Where do you see that with Facebook? I mean, like you said, yours is shut down. So,
I don't think that people like me are going to be allowed to run ads on Facebook at scale ever again.
right.
I don't think that's going to be a possibility, man.
So what's next, do you think? Is that why you TikTok and just kind of taking advantage of whatever else is
Yeah, I'm trying to
just be the
explore
first
other
move?
avenues. Yeah, I'm trying to explore other avenues of traffic. I think that a lot of business owners who have depended on online business for so long are going to get whacked. And
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be interesting, man. I mean, dude, if I go down, I go down.
What do you think?
I,
Google, like going back to Google, is Google? I mean,
I mean,
the.
right now, as far as today, I just started YouTube ads today.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the ROI of them just yet. But yeah, man, I'm just tapping into that now. So,
But you
man,
think
this is
you think potentially for a local business though, probably still with Facebook. I mean, they could get away with just
yeah,
doing your
because they're
basic
not.
promotion. Yeah.
Here's the problem, man, is that they're not spending a lot of money, so Facebook doesn't care. Like
Right.
me, man, like I was spending like $4,000 a
Mm-hmm.
day.
Right.
Like I have a lot more eyeballs on me. Like
Mm-hmm.
me and other creators are in the Ty Lopez kind of crap where we're
Right.
spending a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like that has a lot of eyeballs, man.
Yeah.
So it's, I don't know, man. It's interesting to me because I've literally built my whole entire like brand from running Facebook ads. I have built this persona, not persona, like credibility, but like the
Mm-hmm.
persona of being an expert.
Right.
And it's not really a persona. It's just like the fuck is the word?
Well,
Ambiance,
social
whatever.
proof too. I mean, social proof.
So it's
You
like,
built up some social proof.
yeah. So it's like I've also learned from Facebook ads. I've spent
Mm-hmm.
money learning too. Like I've spent a lot of money. Spent
Right.
millions of dollars on Facebook through across clients and myself. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you learn a lot when you spend money because shit doesn't work and shit does work.
Right.
And I don't know, man. It's definitely a little scary, but everybody's got to pivot at some point, man. It's
Right.
like even the people who are on a roll, man. I felt like I was on a roll. I
Mm-hmm.
really was, man. Like, dude, there were days where I would make 10 to 15 grand in a day, and I would
Right.
just go to sleep and be like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man. It's really interesting because I think that right now is a very like censored time,
Mm-hmm.
with everything going on in the world, especially the pandemic, man. The pandemic started all this shit. So it's like,
Well, I think that's again kind of wraps up too with the hustlepreneur as far as just being like if it's in your heart, if it's something that's in you. I mean, the real ones will figure it out, and I guess the
yeah,
ones that that can't withstand the changes and withstand the pressure and withstand all the negative and stuff. They'll you know the
true,
winner.
man.
If again if you fight for it, you can make stuff happen.
Yeah, no, true that, man. I agree. So it's
We can kind
yeah,
of wrap up here too with I like to just kind of ask some questions as far as like
yeah.
just kind of fun tips, tricks, kind of top fives, top sevens, top tens, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
Who are three people that are most influential to you? It could have been in prior history, it could be today. Just what are three people? I mean, I think you might have mentioned one, just like the Hustle
Um,
Daily, I don't know, or Jason Capital, but who are just kind of
I mean,
three?
three people right now for sure are probably Jason Capital. I really like um, Bradley.
Okay.
because Bradley is a sales closing guy. I think that he has a lot to offer, and he's helped me a lot, like getting better on the phone. I've
Mm-hmm.
been my closing rate has increased drastically just from listening to his stuff. Another person would probably be like, a mixture of Grant Cardone and Ty Lopez. And then, dude, man, Prince EA, he puts out a lot of great videos about like wisdom and like
Mm-hmm.
practical things like society that give me some humbleness. So that's like
Yeah.
another part of like my mindfulness is definitely like Prince EA's content. And then, a little bit of tad bits of Gary Vee, even though I don't really listen to him anymore, just because some of the stuff that he says is like just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Because being in the position that I am now, like I realize that like the stuff that Gary Vee is talking about is more for like beginners.
Right.
Um, and now it's more like, damn, like you just eat a ton of shit. Like no gratitude is really gonna do anything
Well,
at
he
that
knows
point.
how he knows the what basically he puts out the yeah, the beginner
He
kind
puts
of,
out
he
the
puts
content,
the content, yeah,
dude.
because
It's
he's doing,
all
yeah, he's
it's all
doing,
refurbished. It's
yeah,
all
exactly,
refurbished.
yeah,
And then like, yeah, man, like I get what he's trying to say.
right.
But when you're at
He
scale and
found
you're
his
doing,
niche. He found
yeah,
his, his thing.
and he talks about entrepreneurship is cool, but dude, he's literally feeding off that.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
people who want to get into entrepreneurship, the first person they get told to follow was him.
Right.
So he's kind of
Yeah.
like,
He's built that persona, and
yeah,
he's living
it's
it.
dope, man. I've met the guy twice. He's fucking dope,
Yeah.
but he's nobody different than anybody else. It's just that he hopped on a trend that was
Yeah.
just unbeatable, man. Like the fucking dude's got a huge team. He spends
Mm-hmm.
like he said he spends I think $600,000 a month with his video editing team. Like the
Yeah.
dude is spending dumb money on
Mm-hmm.
Instagram.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, man. I mean,
You brought up
that's
Grant Cardone too. I mean, are you looking
I
at?
like for
eh,
the money management stuff.
Well, yeah. I'm just even too. Just are you looking at other stuff outside of? I mean, what are your? Are you looking real estate? Are you in the stock market? Like what?
Stock market, yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Just
starting to
looking
get
at
into
stuff.
that more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One of my clients actually has a stock trading group, and he's really good at what he does. So I've been taking advice from him. Um, yeah, man, it's just
So
like,
that's the only kind of investing right now, as far as.
honestly, I'm really just like thinking long and hard about where I'm gonna be pivoting.
Mm-hmm.
Um, if Facebook doesn't work out, I gotta, either build out a new offer,
Mm-hmm.
spend more money on dumb shit, like just I I feel like it's gonna be if I were to pivot, it's gonna be a $40,000-$50,000 play
Right.
of like an opportunity loss. So I mean, obviously, you know that's fine, but it's like fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So things like that I think about right now as far as like my obligations financially. Um, yeah, man. I mean, it's just, and this is the thing, man, is that if it ever does go that way, man, I won't be upset. I'll be mad for probably a week, but then I'll be like, all right, it's time to fucking move on. Like, me pouting and howling is not gonna do shit at this point. So,
Right.
but also, man, there's other things in my life that like are not going the greatest. I don't really have like a love life or nothing like that. So it's kind of like, like the business side's cool, man. Like I have everything else figured out. Like I take care of my family, I make my money, I have a
Mm-hmm.
nice car, got a crib, but like there's more to life than just like dumb shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Well, is that the goal? Build up enough maybe money or enough stash or enough investment where you want to just travel, or you want to build a
dude,
family, or
I
you
love
want to do.
traveling. It's just,
Mm-hmm.
like right now, like it's the holiday season, so I'm going home.
Okay.
Um,
Yep.
and then, when I get back, yeah, man, I got Amex points. I could travel for free if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that sometimes I like to stay here. I paid for the freaking crib, and it's like I want to just stay here and enjoy it. But then I'm like, all right, I want to go here. I want to go there. I want to see this person. And then it's like, damn, like traveling plus taking all these console calls plus trying to figure out what my new offer is going to be if this goes south. Like, I think it's just a matter of me just collecting my thoughts better.
Yeah.
You
Do you
know,
have an end game? Like, was there? I guess pre Facebook ads being shut down, was there like an end game? Like,
and
I want to retire. I want to retire by the time I'm 30, and I want to do this,
um,
or I want to,
well, I mean, honestly, man, like two goals that I've always had was I want to be able to like not be in a lease.
Okay.
I Okay, so that's a weird thing to say, but I want to get to a point in my life where I make so much money that I actually don't have a house. I travel and I spend 365 days out of the year
Right.
in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing that I've always wanted to do was, like get my parents a crib. And then another goal of mine is to make $1 million in 1 month. That has always been something that I've always wanted to do. I know that sounds nuts, but it's not nuts when you have an offer that's scalable. So I've
Mm-hmm.
always wanted to do that. So, I mean, I'm not going to say that it's not hard, but with the offer that I have, I mean, I would need a bigger team to be able to accommodate that much cash flow for sure.
Right.
So that's something I've always wanted to do. Um, and
That's cool,
then,
man.
yeah, and then obviously, like, probably retire by 40,
Yeah.
35 to 40 ish. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to be working and worrying like
Right.
I want to have enough money where I can buy like other instruments that are obviously going to pay me out like passive income, where
Right.
I can just chill and travel and just do my thing.
Mm-hmm.
But man, like if I have a business that's pumping and I don't have to be there, then I don't really want to retire. I'd rather just enjoy the cash flow and
Right.
just do
Just yeah.
shit. Like
Right.
literally, man, like if I was making
It's
so
more
much
like
money,
an active retirement, you know?
yeah, I would travel
Yeah.
and like I would just eat steak with gold on it. I wouldn't even
Right.
care.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
fuck it, man. It's not gonna hurt me. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like, but like it's not about the materialistic shit, man. It's like I want to be able to just be free. Like I want my mind to be free.
Well, me and my wife talk about that too. It's like, man, we just want to be able to go buy, yeah, like you said, buy a steak. Ours is food, man. We just want to eat, go to the Bahamas, you know, like
Yeah,
do that type of stuff. Like we can have a small house, like you said, because we want to travel. We want to be able to eat whatever we want, whenever we want. You
yeah,
know, just
true, man. It's all about
just
just like,
enjoy it.
dude, like I'll go out to eat and I don't even look at the fucking bill anymore.
Right.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
I know
That
it's
that
probably like
that's
20,
the
30
level
bucks.
right there. Yeah.
It's
That's the
probably like
level.
20, like 20, 30 bucks. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I don't even care about 20,
Yeah.
30 bucks. I'll just
Mm-hmm.
give them my card and they're like, don't you want to look? I'm like,
Right.
no, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
That's it right
And
there.
that's where I want it to be. But obviously, other purchases, no, I'm not like that yet. I can't go to a Lambo dealership and be like,
Right.
I don't, like, no,
Yeah.
like that's
We
just gonna
can't be
be.
Jeff Bezos, you know.
So
Yeah.
yeah, man, but I have more fun like in the journey. Like the journey's fun, man. It's cool being able to do shit like this at 23 while all your other friends are fucking just like putting out their resumes and getting denied. And it's
Yeah.
like you get to do stuff like this and it really gives you a better perspective on like what life is all about and like why you can be, who you want to be, man. It's like it's enjoyable. Now obviously like yeah, like this is a weird time for me, obviously, but it's about staying calm and collected. I mean, I know I'm smart, like I'm not stupid. I'll figure something out, but it's just like what is the time frame? What is the move? What is the calculated response? Because yeah, man, like I was saying this morning to my friends here, is like, dude, like when you're up against the wall and you got a lot of obligations, it is different. It is
Mm-hmm.
different, especially
Yeah.
when I've spent the last 3 years doing this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have other things that I take care of. I don't just spend money on myself. I got a family. I got other obligations. I got, a house back in New York that I'm still paying a mortgage on. I got shit, man. Like everyone's got their own shit. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like when I'm faced with something like this where it's like, hey, man, like the way my expenses are basically running, it's like, damn, like I'm not going to be profiting as much anymore for the next couple of months, man. I have
Right.
to deal with it. I have to be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just being able to swallow that pill, man, is hard for some people because going from what I was making a month and profiting to then going down to where I feel like I was 8 months ago is not exciting.
Right.
But it's like I gotta swallow the pill, man. It's like at the end of the day, man, it's all about like you pick that bed you gotta sleep in it kind of shit, man. It's
Right, and you know you'll get out of it too. I think
yeah,
that's the other
yeah.
thing too. You
Well,
know,
that's
that's that
why, like,
confidence you gotta have, that swagger you gotta walk with.
yeah. So people in my world, or not my world, but my age group, don't know how to save money. Okay.
Right.
If things all went shit right now, I'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I would be okay. I could probably live for like 2 to 3 years without making $1 and still be fine.
Right.
But that's not what I want to fall back on.
Right.
It's like,
Exactly. Yeah.
all my shit goes down, I have 3 years of money to save me. No, that's the dumbest shit ever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's It's more so like at least making a calculated move. And obviously, like, there's a lot of other things that I'm into as far as like spirituality and like religion. I think that whatever happens is like, it's forcing me into a direction that is all part of the plan, man.
Right.
It's just
That's how I feel too, man. Everything's part
yeah,
of the
like
plan.
maybe I wasn't, maybe it's time to move on. Maybe it's something that's not scalable in the manner that I want. Maybe there's something else in my life that I need to explore first.
Right.
There's a lot of things like we're getting a little deep here. But there's a lot of things in my life that are not like, sunshine and rainbows, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the end of the day, like I live with a bunch of fucking dudes, right? They're cool.
Yeah.
But like, bro, at the end of the day, man, like I'm a dude, I'm lonely, like it's entrepreneurship, bro. There's more things in my life that I need to explore.
Well, yeah, I think that's a big thing people always have to realize too. Is entrepreneurship isn't, it's not always glitz and glam. It's not, it's just it's a grind, man. It's that grind that I'm trying to live that. I'm trying to live, I'm trying to build my stuff also, and I have a wife and a son, so it's like that too. It's like I'm away from them, I'm away from, like I'm doing this right now. They're downstairs, eating, doing whatever, and so it's just. Yeah, that grind is definitely, it's not always, the funnest, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's dope, man. You're married, man. Congrats. That's awesome.
Appreciate it, man.
How long you guys been married?
Since 2018.
Okay.
We
dope.
actually we got engaged in the Bahamas, and then we got married in the Bahamas.
Oh shit.
And then
Nassau?
So yeah, we got engaged in Nassau. We went to Atlantis.
Okay.
And then
yeah, I've been like maybe 3 or 4 times on a cruise with my family, dude.
Yeah.
The Bahamas is the shit, man.
Oh yeah, we
Beautiful
freaking so when I played college baseball, and so when I got done with baseball, my wife, who was my girlfriend then, obviously, she for my graduation present, she got like a small cruise to the Bahamas, and that was our first time going, and like I fell in love. Like we both were like fell in love with the place. And so yeah, I was doing really good in work. I got some money. This was a few years later, and one of the sales bonuses I got, I was like, well, let's go to Atlantis. I got a ring and all that stuff, and yeah, I proposed there. And then
I got a sales bonus. He's like, we're going to Atlantis.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's go to Atlantis, man. Like let's splurge, And yeah, so we went there, and then. Yeah, we planned our wedding in the Bahamas, destination wedding. Got everybody out there. It was the best week ever. And then, yeah, went honeymooned in the Bahamas also. So we got married in Grand Bahama, Freeport, and then we honeymooned in Exuma, which is famous for the swimming pigs. All the
yeah, man. Damn, you're lit.
With the pigs. Did all that. So yeah, So I was 25 when we got married. 26, 25. I think I was 25 when we got married, something like that. 25, 26, and then my son was just born.
No, because your anniversary might be coming up.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, and then she pretty much got pregnant like not on the honeymoon. It wasn't a honeymoon baby, but a few weeks after.
Oh shit! I thought you.
No, yeah, and then I had my son's 19 months now, so it's cool.
Yeah, that's dope. That's awesome.
But yeah, I've been a salesman and doing sales and stuff for the last 5 years, and it's just times are what it is, and I've always had the entrepreneurship in me or just the hustle. So different things that have led me here, doing the podcast and just doing the different e-com businesses. And
hey man, that's dope.
I always joked with my buddy. I was like, man, I always want to have like a talk show like Jimmy Fallon or something. Like I always like. It's just dope, like I just like that type of stuff. So this podcast, I guess, is kind of filling that little passion. So we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, man, no, it's dope.
But no, man, you're 23. Obviously, you got your head on your shoulders. Like I said, I was just getting, done playing baseball, getting, out of college, and we lived in Michigan too, and so we moved down here to Florida, and yeah, just trying to figure it out. Just But no, you got a good head on your shoulders. Obviously, I think you'll go places. You'll find the right one. You'll find your wife. You'll find your wife.
Oh shit.
Just run. Oh well, I was gonna say if your Facebook ads didn't get shut down, you could just do a lead gen or ClickFunnels for
Dude, that's hilarious. hilarious. That's what I was
program.
saying. We used to live in Orlando, and I was like, yo, I should run a Facebook ad with like my dating profile. Dude, that's funny that you said that shit. That's
There you go.
hilarious.
That's what I'm talking about.
I run a
Find
Facebook
yourself.
ad for my girlfriend.
There you go. Forget. You don't need you don't need Tinder and all that stuff, man. You can just run a Facebook ad. You running down the street. You just running down the street saying you're looking
Do
for
like a
your.
3 mile radius ad and be like, hey, like have like a little like graphic pop up to me, like a dating profile with
Yeah.
my height, my weight, my hobbies.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that's hilarious. Holy crap, that's awesome.
Nah, man, Jason, I appreciate you on. I definitely, I appreciate you coming on and dropping some knowledge.
Yeah, of
23,
course.
again, that's young, man. It just shows, again, people, it doesn't matter your age, man. You just got to network. I mean, you networked early on, which helped
Yeah.
you, and so, yeah, network. Yeah, just make it happen, basically. Doesn't matter age. Like you said, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to talk to older people or like just if you want something, go after it.
Yeah.
No, man.
Also, I also illegally beat the school system, but we're gonna keep that on the
Oh
low.
my god. That's high school's high school, right?
Plus college.
Oh my god. Hey, but they'll have to tune into the book, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. No, so again, follow Jason on Instagram. Just look up Jason Wojo on all the networks. You'll find him. And again, man, thank you so much for coming on.
Yep, appreciate it.
All right, Hustlepreneurs, that wraps up episode 3 of the Hustlepreneur Life. Definitely, again, really thankful for Jason coming on. I just want to shout out the sponsor for this video is Royal Legacy Clothing. You can check it out in the description. I am part owner of Royal Legacy Clothing, so I'll probably be the sponsor for a little while till, hey, anybody else out there watching, if you want to sponsor the video, just let me know. But no, seriously, so check out Royal Legacy Clothing, royallegacyclothing.com. You can see it in the description below. But again, really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. If you did, please subscribe. You'll get a lot more content, different people. Every video is going to be something new. And again, like the video. It really helps out. Really helps out the algorithms and all that stuff. So smash it, like it, hammer it, whatever you want to call it, whatever the YouTubers are saying right now. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a good night. Thank you.